YFS through my job. I work at a local school, and kids through the shelter go to school there while they're at the shelter. And so through my job, I met a couple of the kids that lived at the shelter and really kind of fell in love with them. And since then, my parents are currently fostering one of the little boys, and so we just really fell in love with YFS, fell in love with the kids at the shelter, and really wanted to get involved here. I partnered with my church, Covenant Community Church, and we got to build a sensory room, which allows these kids, if they're having a meltdown or if they're just needing a little sensory regulation, a safe space to come and jump on a trampoline or swing on a swing or wear a weighted vest. And so through that, I got to build my relationship with YFS a little further, and I actually just finished my foster care application and will soon be certified to do respite care for foster families.
So I just Googled local foster kid programs, volunteer in El Reno, and Youth and Family Services popped up. And I've been there now for about 2 years, and I've enjoyed every minute of it.
YFS, I've volunteered at your guys' annual Fall Fest, doing the trunk or treat. I've done that both as just a volunteer, and I've done it a couple times where I've made a trunk, which is really fun. You decorate a trunk for Halloween, the kids come around and do trick or treating. I also frequently come to the monthly trainings and just kind of provide childcare where the parents are receiving education.
My favorite thing about YFS is just the support and how much they come and just really are on your team throughout the whole process. As I've filled out my foster care application and gone through training and home studies, they've really just been on my team since day one and just really made an effort to make me feel supported and prepared for what comes next. At no step of the way have I felt like I was in this alone, but really felt like I had a team behind me preparing me and really kind of giving me clear expectations and guidelines for what to expect during this next season of foster and respite care.
It's a humbling experience to come here and see what the kids are getting to be exposed to for people that are doing it because they care, and it affects me and it makes me want to do more.
So I like volunteering at YFS, I think just because of the kids. So first of all, working with kids is just so fun, I think. And with these kids in particular, they're kids that have come from hard places, and they definitely need people to give their time, and I think that's the most valuable thing you can give is your time to come out and spend time with these kids and help a wonderful organization like YFS.
Anybody can do something, and so whether you're mentoring, I mentor a friend here at the shelter, and it really only takes an hour every other week or an hour every week. It's not much. It's not a big time commitment if that's something you don't have much of, but you can also respite care if you don't feel like full-time foster care is something for you. And maybe it is full-time foster care. Not all of us can foster, not all of us will have kids in our home, but we can all do some part. And so whether that's mentoring, whether that's respite care, whether that's just coming alongside the families here and providing childcare for the trainings, that's a great way to get involved. That only takes a couple hours once a month. And so there's lots of different ways, but I would say just look at your schedule and see what fits for you, and there will be an opportunity that fits within that time frame that you have to give.
So I would suggest anyone that wants to get involved in something that is absolutely rewarding to call Youth and Family Services and find out ways that you can help. If you can't donate funding, then donate your time or find contacts of someone that can help the organization so that they can continue to expand, because what we definitely don't want is for these kids not to have a safe and enriching environment to go to after they've suffered so many horrendous experiences to begin with. So I think everyone should do their part and try to make a difference in a child's life.
What I would say to someone who was thinking about volunteering with YFS is that there are a lot of different ways you can volunteer, so it's easy to find something. Not everyone can do everything, but everyone can do something.